Thanks for joining me here at Powermodz. We're working on this Honda 300 and we're having a great old time. Everything is loose on this bike. She's been rode hard, put away wet, if you know what I'm saying. So we need to do quite a bit of work. And we're gonna get into the Arm Bushings. And they're not pretty. Inside, you know what, I kind of screwed up for one part of this. I launched the inner portion of these out, but the stock factory Honda bushings that are in here, they have an outer metal sheave or an outer metal bushing, if you will, and then there's a rubber part, and then there's an inner part that your bolt goes through, and that's metal as well. I've seen some guys try to push them out with a like a press or a puller of some sort, and it's really, for me, I find it very hard to do because there's not very much grip on there. There's not a lot of area that you can get the jaws on to actually push, and I can't get them inside my kind of goofy press there. So I've done this before, and I'm going to try it, and I'll show you guys what I do. First thing I do is I take a torch and I just blast the heat on here, and then I just take one of these little air guns, what do you call these things?
Air hammer?
Air hammer kind of gun. I just take one of these air hammer guns, they just blow right out. And then I'm left with this. I've got this A-arm and I've got two of these sleeves, these metal sleeves in there. Can you see that? A little hard to see. So what I do to combat that is safety goggles on, and I just have one of these little air hacksaws, air cutoff saws. You could probably use a normal hand hacksaw if you just undid the blade, put it through, and just worked it. I just put a groove in that sheave. I just take the stress off, and then I wrap it out with an air hammer. Let's see if we can do it. Come on, check this out, guys. Here, I'll do it on this tire. You might be able to see it better. I kind of need to. There we go, thanks. I'll just do one of these. Now the key is to not cut through this shaft, because that'd be bad. Then you have to do some welding. Just check it every once in a while just to make sure you haven't gone too far or that you've gone far enough. But I'll tell you, the key is to make sure that you do go at least far enough, because if you don't, you end up punching the heck out of that thing, and then it's hard to get that sleeve out. Just about there. Hammer. Don't point this towards your important parts. That was easy. That was not fun. That's the hardest one yet. One more. Let's see if we can get this one a little easier. I got a good feeling about this. You ready? Okay, that's how it's supposed to go. Now we have these A-arm kits from Bronco. We sell these, available at Gamma, of course. Gamma's our distributor, or one of our distributors. These are nice kits, actually, because they've got these nice bushings in here that if you ever really need to replace them, you can get them out pretty easy. And they have a bit of a seal in them as well. And they just work well. I've used them a lot of my ATVs. Just bust all those out of there. What I usually do is I sort of grease that up a little bit in there. Helps them slide in. Get out of there, that's a piece of paper. Helps them slide in, helps them come out also in the future if you ever need to get them out. It's hot in here, boys and girls. All right. All I ever do. You know what? We'll start down there. Oh, no, I'll start up there. Make sure she goes in. If you start the other one, you can put these in a vise so you can crush them. Maybe we'll go do that. We can do that, eh, Kai? Bam. That. Yeah, you can put those right in a vise. You don't need a press like tall to get these in. All this stuff can be done on the floor of your shop. Bam! There we go. Didn't even need the vise. Stupid vices. Who needs them? And then I usually just sort of lube them up a little bit. There we go. I just slide that right in there like that. If they don't want to go in, a little bit of coaxing. Bam. Now, if you're wondering how to insert one of these ball joints into your A-arm, it's pretty easy. Try doing it right now, it's just not going to go. You could try pressing that in, but you might damage the rubber boot on it. I've got the little trick here. This is a Bronco ball joint for this Honda 300. I'll thank you guys for coming by to join me. You just got to heat this up. Heating this up expands it. That ball joint's just going to whip right on in there. That is hot too, by the way, if you hold that flame on your hand. Okay, good?
Yep.
There we go. Now we just have to put the chaining clip on that. That's pretty much how easy it goes on. You will not be able to press that in without heating that up. Well, you can. You might damage that flange, and then sometimes it doesn't go all the way in. It's still nice and loose, but as soon as this cools down, oh, there we go. Now it's grabbed.
Yep.
Bam. That's in too. Let's get this off. Okay. I love when things start to go together. It's super duper. It is super duper. Yep. Hard angle to get at. There we go. One. This one should go pretty easily. There we go. You'll never see it on there. On there. Just because we know these are going to come off again. Maybe. I don't think I can get that on without this. There we go. Nice new Bronco axle. High quality replacement axle. We sell lots of these and never had any of them returned. So that's a good thing. Something I like to do. I mean, you can use regular grease. You can use some never sees on those threads. Where's that other thing of grease? Pack that in there. Let's see. Some of that, some of that. All right. Bike is a little wobbly, so I'll just do this. I want to get this shot over here on this angle. Ready? There we go. Old grease. I've had this tube of grease around for a long time. It does the trick. Now, slip that over there. Put this on here. My castle nut into place. I'm just putting everything together kind of loose to start. Not bad. All right, just slip this one up here. You can see that? That's a tight. She's tighter.
Yeah, barely.
You might be able to put that bottom one on first, or this top one on first actually, and then do it that way. There we go. Oh, she's going to be a nice tight ride now, bud. And we just have to put the disc brakes on. Ooh. Can't forget to put this back on. There we go, clickety click. So I need to tighten up this bottom one. That's a 7. There. I'm loving it. Well, these tie rods are still loose, so we can make our adjustments. I'm going to put this in though. Lock that baby in. Go with the bigger one, because I got him. All right, now we've got this high quality heavy duty gas shock from Bronco. Through our supplier Gamma, of course. We sell these. We use these on all our rebuilds now. An economically price shock that's very good quality. I'm just gonna put that in there. One of those. And then lift that gizmo. One of those. We're sort of changing things up a little bit. Oh, Jesus. That didn't work. There we go. We're sort of changing things up a little bit because we're putting disc brakes on this. So we're changing the routing of these hoses. And we'll get into that in a few minutes. Let's tighten these up. These shocks are a great little addition to this bike because they're about 10% stiffer than the OEM shocks that came on it. So, you know, we put a lot of stuff on the front. I'll probably have a plow on this as well. They're gonna work out just great. Now at this stage, we'd usually install our backer plate and, you know, work on our drums and set up our brakes. But mine are so shot that I'm gonna install Super ATV disc brake conversion kit. And that's gonna be a whole other video. I gotta thank you guys for watching as usual. That's the complete front end build. It looks awesome. We're getting closer and closer to having this done. If you guys need any parts for your build, make sure you contact us, www.powermodz.com, 1-800-667-1175. We can get you what you need. The difference between us and everybody else, we know bikes. We install, we ride, we have fun, we wreck, just so you can learn from our mistakes. But make sure you give us a call. We'll help you out with everything you need. All right. Here we go, Kai.